Why can't I hear anything? Why isn't it working? Properties. Oh, hey. It's working. Right, is it working now? As usual, I've no idea why that wasn't working. The sound's on now. Dear me. There you go. I was saying to myself that when I turned the stream on, I went straight for the thanks for coming scene on OBS. I was like, there you go, that's it. Just a build up and then thanks for coming. Anyway, so it's all working now. It's all good. I don't really know why. I'd love to know like what happens in between me closing the program and opening the program again. Why there's no sound. Oh dear. Anyway, one of these days I'll have it. I did do like one stream that worked straight away once. I remember that happened once. So maybe in the future we'll have that. What's this? Yeah, there you go. I should put my phone down because notifications are so distracting. I have turned like loads of them off, like Facebook and Instagram and stuff, but I still get the odd one with an app I've forgotten that I've got. Oh yeah, the new axe. I like it when people say that. My new guitar. This is the new guitar. Keith's got the old one. Just drop me a pick. Where's my pick gone? There it is. So yes, it's lovely. It's a very nice guitar. I mean, you can tell it's a nice guitar because it's got all the really cheap Chinese strings that came with it. They have these really cheapy strings. I'm sure the Chinese make good strings as well, but like just the cheapo strings, and the action's a bit high, but it's still great. It's a little thing. It's very light, but it's quite loud and it's quite nice. It's a Blue Ridge. What is it? BR43. I probably should have put that in the live stream so people can like search for it. But I'll probably do a video on it actually. It's another content idea. My new Blue Ridge BR43. So when someone's searching for that guitar to find out what it sounds like, it'll be me. Just to get the views. Yeah. Can't wait to get it like set up. Some Alexa strings on it and just get it singing. Sounds great already. But yeah, I was looking for a guitar that was going to record really well. So this is the plan. Nice balanced sound. There you go. How's everyone doing, by the way? You all alright? Who's that? Myth Math. Some Some friends asked me about my Wytch Hazel t-shirt recently, so I told them about your band, and now you have 3 more fans. You're welcome. Thank you very much. See, if everyone did that, we would triple, would we? Or we couldn't, no, we would triple our fan base. I don't do the maths. 3 more people each time. Would we triple our fan base? Yep. I think that's right, isn't it? Is that the right maths? I don't do very good maths. I haven't set off the little timers. Oh, I forgot about that. There's so many little things to do. Right, I don't even know where the chat app is anymore. I did download it onto my computer. Doing fine, doing well for a Monday. I know. Mondays, I work for myself on a Monday, teaching and stuff. So it makes Mondays better. You can do what you want to do. Well, sort of. What I'm good at. I'm trying to find this out there. Restream chat app. Let's see what happens now. What happens? Ooh. Enable. I've enabled the timers. So you will get to see all that jazz now. There you go. I've also got this little thing. Oh, subscribe. I'm going to put that in a different place. I'm just going to move it around. I think just pop it here. That's a good place. It's a terrible little GIF. It's the only one that's free. Look at that. Has everyone done that? Look at it again. Have you subscribed? Click the notification bell. Have you all done that? I can just set it on and off when I like. Right. Doing well for a Monday. It's a very, very nice guitar. It's also very cheap, to be honest. People go on about Chinese guitars like they just don't know what they're talking about. I love Chinese guitars. If you get a good one, you get a good one. Oh, how are you getting along with doing the Pony M cover? It's very low on the to-do list, like really low. So it's not on the to-do. It's not on the list. Just like going like this. It's a strummer. It's a real strummer. Yeah. Bit out of tune now. guitar is as good as the hardware it has and the setup. The rest is just nuance and preference. Yeah, I mean, a good setup is very important. This is what this guitar needs. That said, it is set up quite nicely already. I mean, also it's the finish on it's really good. Like it looks really nice. I think just the wood and everything just looks really nice. It's just been put together really nicely. The gloss on it's not like super thick and cheap. It's like really quite a nice, smooth, satisfying sort of. It looks lovely, and the finish I like. So there's no like spiky bit. Sometimes the ends of the frets are spiky, but they've just sorted that all out. It's a real pleasure to play. Really nice shape neck, and even all the way up to there, they've just got it. The finish really good. There's no like silly looking bits. Not that I'm particularly bothered if like a bit looks a bit wonky, but it does look really nice. The whole thing has just been put together very well. The whole neck joint. There's attention to you know, stuff you wouldn't normally find in like a budget guitar. I found these on the internet. I bought it from my local music shop, Promenade Music in Morecambe. But I found out about the guitars when I was looking for like Gibson copies. I was looking for like Gibson J45 copies and that sort of thing, and Martin copies. And they've based it on a Martin Triple O, I think it's called. Not that I know particularly. There's a specific reason why we went for an out-and-out acoustic rather than electro-acoustic. Just in this model, the BR43, at this price range, they don't do an electro-acoustic version. And you can. And the other thing is, the vast majority of electro-acoustics don't sound very good when you're doing a gig. There's just nothing like putting a microphone there. That said, the only pickup system that I've felt like it captured the sound of an acoustic guitar to my ears properly was the Maton AP5 and the AP5 Pro pickup system, which come with all Maton guitars. But you can buy them for like 300 quid, something afterwards. But they're really, really good. So if I didn't ever end up buying a Maton guitar, I'd probably just get one of those because they sound that good and pop it into this. I also need strap buttons if I'm gonna like do it. But I mean, what I need it for at the moment is for recording. I need something that's just gonna sound balanced, and it's just not. My last one wasn't really doing that. And a really lovely sounding guitar, which now belongs to Keith Buckley. Congratulations. My guitar's like underneath the chat. There we go. It's a bit like the spec of this guitar is a bit like an old Martin. I understand from the internet. Hello, Karina Coven. I've seen you on the interwebs before. How are you doing? I don't know how many people are here. Not that numbers matter, but it's interesting to know, isn't it? There's a handful, isn't there? About 10 or something. Where should he put that there? Cross that off. Go. Hopefully that didn't close the app. I mean, I'm still guessing it'll. Oh, good stuff. I'm doing all right, yeah. Ticking. What's the phrase? Just I don't know. Ticking by. There's a phrase that I don't know what the phrase is. Just cracking on, ticking by, ticking by. Don't know. Whatever that phrase is that I've forgotten. That's what's happening. Just same old for me, really. I am sorry, but who is the maker of your new guitar? Hello from, how do you pronounce that? Cadiz? Cadiz? The maker is Blue Ridge, which is an American. Hopefully the camera will focus. Come on, camera. Blue Ridge. It's an American company, I think. What's it say? Oh yes, Saga Musical Instruments is San Francisco, California. Is the company, the organisation, and it's made in China. A bit like Vintage Guitars in the UK. Vintage brands, John Hornby SKUs, manufactured in China, just to save, just so we can get the cost of the guitar down. We just move production there. But you still have, I mean, just because it's in a certain country doesn't mean quality control needs to be like a certain level. It's just mad, isn't it? People have this like idea that if it comes from a certain place, like if it comes from the USA, for example, and it's made in the USA. Now that often can mean, for example, what it used to mean with Gibson and things like that, that the quality was very high. Plodding on. There we go. My wife is just plodding on. That's me really. Yes, you pronounce it correctly. I love your music. Thank you for sharing it with the world. Oh, you were very welcome. I'm glad to have a fan. Jason Fisher from Cadiz. I could play this all night. I probably am. Just gonna ignore you all. Just play my guitar. Is it coming out of? Oh, it's coming out of the. Oh, the sound's coming out of the laptop. That's not meant to be happening. If the sound quality is a bit dodgy, then I've got it wrong. Why does it say it's meant to be? Oh, wait. Well, I'm just going to click a button. Well, hopefully the sound changes now. I've fixed it. Well, I haven't. No, I haven't fixed it. I just can't get it to come out of the camera. I had that once in a stream. So yeah, you've just got my laptop microphone, which is terrible. Well, I could have known that. I'd have set a mic up, but the camera's been quite good for audio. So there you go. You're just getting my laptop. Well, there you go. Sorry about that. I don't know why. I don't really understand this stuff. I'm not an audio engineer. It's still silent. Is it? No, it's not now, is it? Oh, we're all good. Have a great day. Yep, you get back to work, Jason. God bless you too. Have a good one. Have a good working day. Yeah, I thought it was working. Yeah, it was from the message was from previous when it wasn't. Pretty easy for me to turn up. Truth be told, I work at a desk all day. These come on at 1 p.m. my time, so I'm working at the same time. There you go. Oh yeah, so general update. I wrote it down so I'm not waffling. So the plan is we're starting some more regular rehearsals with the band. We're trying to jam out some new Wytch Hazel material, which is exciting. But we can only really do it on Tuesdays. So I'm going to be doing live streams instead of every other Tuesday. I'm going to have to do it because just the way I'm not going to bore you with how busy I am. Everyone's busy, but I'm very busy. Okay, and I'm going to do it on Friday mornings before I can get into the rehearsal studio space. So I'll be doing Friday mornings, hopefully at 10 a.m. And do the live streams then, and every other Friday, when possible. And then also, just getting into a new routine, really, trying to get some new content out on the channel, hopefully every other week. I don't know what day yet I'll do that. I might not do it on the same day. I might kind of premiere it or release it over the weekend, like a Saturday or a Sunday, something like that. I'm just trying to settle into a new routine as we start kind of regular rehearsals. I also want to do live streams, kind of give everyone an update as what's going on. But really, in terms of an update for this week, we are rehearsing from tomorrow new Wytch Hazel material in order to get it ready to get to the studio. So it's exciting times. Got a few demos ready. And we're cracking on getting them tight in the rehearsal room, really. Lots of music written. There's been lots of side projects, some of which haven't materialised yet. I won't go into that because it's depressing, to be honest. We've spent a lot of time working on things where nothing has really come of it. I'm sure we will learn lots in the process, so I'm sure there's lots of takeaways from it. 10 a.m. GMT, okay. It counts me out from California, but I totally understand. Yeah, it's just whenever. I mean, it's kind of like I have to prioritise band practice because you all want to hear some new Wytch Hazel material. But you can watch the replay, so you can kind of the news at 10 on Friday morning. You can just tune in whenever you like. So we'll see what I can do with that. I mean, subject to change. I mean, I just like things come up, don't they? But I just like to have a routine. So I'm going to do this, generally speaking, on this day every week or every other week, and So we're gonna. So yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, Charlie's gonna come on at 3 a.m. The thing is, I don't know whether to do that from now on or whenever, because we've got a load of rehearsals that we can't do in March. So I mean, I could always switch to Tuesday again. I don't know really. It's and give me some Friday mornings to do some content and stuff. I don't know really. It's all just a bit of a, I don't know. Why is my hair like that? I'm looking at myself on camera like, what's that? What is that? There you go. But it's all, I'm waffling again. That's why I should write a list. Don't worry. When I film the videos, I do have a writer. I don't actually. I should probably do one of those scripts. But for the last one, I wrote down a list of what I wanted to talk about. And as always, editing. This is live stream, unedited, so it's all good. I think it's a good sort of thing to do. People don't just want to see polished stuff, do they? This is definitely not polished. Come through my laptop microphone. I'm just going to play some guitar. I don't think there's any more updates. I mean, except to say, as usual, lots of music's being written, lots of things are being worked on. It's one of those things, I might have said it before, but like, you know, when someone's doing building work on a house, and it feels like weeks and weeks go by, and lots of work has been put in, but it doesn't look like anything's happened. And then as soon as someone puts some paint on the wall, people go, wow, you've made loads of progress. And I think we're still at that stage where we're like doing the building work. And then we're just going to come out with stuff. And it's going to come out this year, some things. New material, releases, re-releases, and we're going to be in the studio this year as well for a full release, full album recording, which who knows when that'll get released. It definitely won't be within the same year. It's just not going to happen with the vinyl delays. And yeah, plenty more things like that. I'm really keen to kind of do more YouTube stuff. It's my favorite, if you can call it a social media platform. It's my favorite platform. I love YouTube, really, to be honest. I think it's awesome. Which is in stark contrast to my disdain for things like Facebook. But I mean, I don't have lots of disdain for Facebook. I think I've fallen out of love with it. Not that I ever really loved it. But I'm sure everyone has similar sort of like, yeah, social media can be a bit. We all know social media can be just a bit of a place where division and negativity, or like I'm not good enough sort of stuff happens. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just YouTube. Whilst I'm sure there's lots of that going on, you just get shown what you actually like. I mean, in a pandemic fog, yeah, well, and it's January. Well, it's January for a little bit longer. So yeah, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions because I knew that there's this weird thing that, oh, you need to start things straight at the beginning of January. And I just was like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to work out what my resolutions, my diet and plans are going to be in the first couple of weeks of January, so that it's not this expectation upon myself. And then started my resolutions mid-January. I've given up caffeine. I've given up chocolate and sweets and things like that. And I'm feeling a bit better. So that was good. And I stuck to it. Well, I say I stuck to it. 20 days in now. So, am I 20 days in? I can't be 20 days in. Surely not. Maybe I'm 20 days in. There you go. That feels like I started that earlier, because that would put it like early January. Let's have a look. Is it 20 days now? Gosh. Maybe it wasn't mid-January. Maybe I started it second week of January. That makes more sense. There you go. I don't know. But anyway, have all COVID restrictions been lifted in the UK? I don't know. Well, there was Plan B restrictions, and then that's been lifted. So what were we before? Now we're recommended to wear masks and socially distance, and there's still some specifics where we have to do stuff. I'm sure, like healthcare, there's still stuff going on there. Like they've always worn masks in surgery and stuff, haven't they? So it's just that sort of contaminated areas where the aerosols need to be hindered by a mask. I don't know the science, whatever. But apart from that, we don't legally have to. It came straight after the government. We realised our government had broken the rules and broken the law, and there was bags of evidence to show that whilst people were like not seeing their grands, like dying in hospital, the government was having parties. It's like a laugh, but it's not funny really. But they've always been a bit of a joke, this government. Um, and they just don't care. They haven't cared from the beginning. Why would they begin to care now? So it came straight after. It was like, well, they can't enforce the law because they can't even follow it themselves. So that it came in quite convenient timing. I don't know whether that was the political reason. That's just maybe my whatever the word is. Forgotten the word this time of night. My vocabulary just goes out the window. When you're skeptical, there you go, my skepticism. But it just felt a bit like, oh, we've been found out that we broke the law. Maybe we should not tell everyone to follow this law. So whether it was based on science, I think it's more likely to have been based on politics than science. Cynicism, yeah. So I don't know. I just don't. I don't read enough of politics or enough of the science. I don't even know what the strict rules are. I just stopped caring about that stuff. I just focus on music because it's just like it's out of our control. Like, don't obsess over it. It's no good for us. Just it's if it's out of our control, just I'll ask my wife. She knows what's going on. Faye knows what's going on. Yeah, if you want to know what the restrictions are in the UK, ask Faye. Because I don't know. But yeah. I'm starting to play I started to play Dark Ages, and then I started to slip into Victory, which is weird. I was doing Victory like some re-recordings last week, but then anyway, I'll go into the pre-chorus now. You seem very grounded on your instruments. I reckon most musicians have a you can never have enough guitars approach. Are you the same, or does Faye keep you in check? Um, yeah, I mean, it's probably nice to have lots of guitars, but I'm a bit more pragmatic, maybe. Also, it's just, yeah, I probably don't have the budget, and obviously Faye and I share a bank account, so I'm not just going to go and spend instruments are expensive. I saw a local music shop had said, "Oh, grab a bargain. Here's a second-hand PRS Paul Reed Smith electric guitar," and it was £895. Come grab a bargain. I thought, flipping heck, guitars have gone up. It was like, oh, it might have been 795, 795. It was like what, like 800, £900 for one guitar. And I know that's really not very much nowadays because it does, like, someone has to make the guitar. They cost money to make. I mean, Paul Reed Smith I don't think is Chinese made. Maybe it's made in Taiwan in the cheaper end. I don't know really, but I'm sure there's an American made or something. Yeah, Paul Reed Smith is an American. There's I can't remember what county, what state, sorry, in America. Anyway, but guitars are expensive. I've never spent more than I don't think I've ever spent more than £400 on a guitar. Partially because I don't think it's necessary. Because the things I want to do, particularly to electric guitars, is just upgrade the things that are important. The most important thing about an electric guitar, for me, is in terms of what makes it sound a certain way, are the electric guitar pickups. They're like microphones. So, you know, for example, we're listening to me speak through my laptop microphone. If you were listening to me speak through a studio mic, you'd be able to hear. That would have been nice, but I partially didn't have the time or didn't know that it wasn't coming out of the camera, which is a much nicer. Yeah, I mean, so I didn't think the average PRS was £5,000. I didn't think it was that much, but I knew they were like, you know, I thought they were 2 or 3. But yeah, I know you can get top end PRS which have all sorts of exotic things going on. But actually, I mean, you can see it on YouTube. You find out what are the parts of the guitar that make a difference. So really, it's electric. I mean, even an acoustic guitar, you've got scale length. So how long? This is a short scale, has a certain, and then the shape of the body. I mean, the people will disagree with me, but this is just my findings. The scale length and the shape of the body. And then really for acoustic guitars, I think the strings that are on it make a difference. Woods really kind of come quite low down. I do think for acoustic guitars it makes the most difference. Electric guitars is just not really a subject that's worth bothering about. And then, yeah, this is made of mahogany. You can get rosewood guitars. There is like maple's another one, the main ones. They say that makes a bit of a difference. I think it makes them, in terms of wood, that makes a difference. But anyway, basically what I'm saying is that from being a bit of a geek and researching about stuff, I realise there's lots of things that we spend money on as a guitarist that don't make a huge difference. Obviously, I want a guitar that plays well. One big thing I look for is, does the guitar stay in tune without me messing around with it? So this guitar, I can really... And then it's still in tune, and I haven't done anything. There's lots of things you can do to keep a guitar in tune, but you kind of want a good starting point. So for me, yeah, Colin's bought a few second-hand before if it's a good deal. He bought one off the White Electric about 10 years ago, bargain. Good job he did, because his other one got stolen. Oh yeah, because it cost me like, what was it, 175, that Strat. It was a Jimi Hendrix reverse headstock. And then I sold the neck for £100 on eBay. Just the neck. And kept the Mexican body. Yeah, so I've got all my guitars are Chinese made, apart from the Mexican Strat body, and it has a UK made Mighty Mite, licensed by Fender neck. Oh yeah, Martin, nice. This is kind of modelled off a Martin. Apparently a Martin 000. It's a concert size. Apparently it records better. And I noticed in the shop, I tried concerts and dreadnoughts because our producer was talking to me about it. And I was like, oh, I see what he means about the boominess of the dreadnoughts. Have a bit more like low end, but it's a bit boomy. And I'm like, I see what you're saying. It's a bit more balanced sounding, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, Martins can be great. I had a friend who had just like a really quite low end Martin, got a good deal, and it was still great. They're good. But you know, I went cheap on this. This is a 400 quid guitar. Oh yeah, say I've spent. I know this is little over £409. So I've spent more than £400 on a guitar. There you go. £9 more. £409. So yeah, all my guitars are Chinese made, and I think, does it stay in tune? Does it sound good? I suppose if it's an acoustic. Um, and really, you want to get your guitar set up. So, for example, Keith was saying like the more the merrier. Even if I had loads of Chinese, like loads of Squires or something, you've still got to get them set up. I'd have to. That's like maintenance. If you have to pay like 50 quid, 60 quid for a setup, then like a fret level and like a proper setup, particularly if it's made in China, and often the things haven't been kind of sorted, and that's why it's cheaper. Like the fret leveling's very specific. You have to have precision machinery and stuff, and you just take it to a luthier and get it sorted out, and it can play great. Um, I think Gibson guitars, if you can get a Gibson guitar and you get it set up, you realise that the way they've put that guitar together is a bit better. But it's like 5-10% better in most cases than like a vintage brand guitar. And you think, am I going to spend £300 on a guitar, or am I going to spend 1,500 even just on the stand, like a Les Paul standard? They're probably more now. They're probably closer to. They're probably like 1,800. I don't know. They're probably getting on for 2 grand, and you think £300, nearly 2 grand with Les Paul, and you just think, what for 10% better? Now, like if I was earning a lot more money, I probably one day would like to get a proper Gibson Les Paul, but just for the 10% to have something really nice to play. But still, like, is that a good use of money? Probably not. I could probably spend it on something else. The most important thing when it comes to electric guitars is speakers, speaker cabinets. They're like the most uninteresting, hidden behind a box things, and they make the biggest difference. And then it's your guitar amp, and then it's guitar pickups, and then it's your actual guitar. That's my personal opinion from testing things and researching things. You like a parlor acoustic? Yeah, I do like them actually. Yeah, trying to sound like Ian Anderson. I know what you mean. I mean, if I could justify it, which I don't think I could, I can at the moment. I'd have a little parlor with like slotted headstock, classical sounding. 2,200 for a Les Paul standard. Wow, gosh, that's a standard. Yeah, just what I mean. You get a vintage Les Paul for £300. Something about around 300. 350, I'm guessing. 2,200, 350. You get both of those guitars set up, you think, and again, like, well, maybe I'll spend a bit on pickups. I get something better. Like the custom shop, Gibson Custom Shop, they do these bare knuckle pickups from the UK, or you can get other things like throwback pickups, or I don't know what else you can get, like Lolla, what are they called? Something Lolla. But you can get like boutique pickups. I personally like bare knuckle from the UK. I try and get second hand because they're very expensive, but I'd rather spend the money on the pickups because they're the things that make the actual they make the biggest difference. It's not the guitar, it's the pickups, because like the pickup is underneath the strings. You're not playing the body. Some people will disagree with me on that. It's not an acoustic guitar. It's not like the sound like this is a speaker. Your speaker's like over here, an electric guitar. Anyway, you've got me talking about guitars. I could talk about it all day, to be honest. But I'll stop because I might be alienating some people. But yeah, that's a very long answer to Keith's question. I'm quite pragmatic, and I try and go for the things that matter, and I've learned lots of things over the years. Um, yeah, well, the thing is, I don't do the setups I have a luthier. I mean, I can do things like restring, clean. I put graphite in the nut. I can lower a saddle. I can rewire guitars. Put out. Well, I say I'm not very good at that actually, but pop a couple of pickups in and solder that up. I don't like doing the whole harness. It's a nightmare. I can like replace things, but the thing is like I can't cut a guitar nut and I can't level frets or notch saddles. Like that's precision. You need to take that to a luthier to do that stuff, or spend years learning how to do it. So you know, you, it's quite interesting. I was interested in getting one of those gear for music guitars for the car. They do a 3/4 acoustic that are quite, and there's a cutaway as well, which is quite interesting for a 3/4 guitar. So I could get up here, and I was thinking of putting classical strings on it and having it as my guitar in the guitar in the car, car guitar for writing songs in car parks. 1,800 or $480 a month for an electric guitar. Have you just worked that out from what have you worked that out from? I'm trying to work out what. I don't really know what you mean by that. A month for an electric guitar. I don't really understand. Oh, my finger sounds so bad. I really should work on that, but when do you think your next album will be out? How long's a piece of string, as we say in the UK? Did we say that in the UK? Is it just the UK? We're going to the studio this year, and then the thing is, if I look back at what's happened in previous albums, like you're talking 2024, to be honest, that is literally what's happened. We'll go in. Let's take, for example, we went in 2014, we went to record Prelude. It came out in 2016. We went into the studio in 2016 to record Soja, and it came out in 2018. Now we're going to the studio, I don't know, is that how it worked? I don't know. And then we went in blah, blah, blah for, I think it was 2019 for, no, was it? Will it release in 2020? I don't know where we're up to now. Pandemic is just, I've lost all sense of what year's been. What year was, it's COVID-19, isn't it? It came out in 2020. So we must have recorded it in 2018. Yes, it's always been 2 years. Now we're going to the studio this year. We're going to, okay, twice the length. It is to the middle. So we're recording this album this year. So that's definitely happening. I can say that. Statistically speaking, it'll be out in 2024. But if I've got anything to do with it, actually, I've been everything. That's a silly thing to say. It's always been me had something to do with it. What we'd really like is we've tried to learn our lesson, and we're putting things in place. I sound like a politician. We are putting things in place to avoid this in the future. We're trying to get this recorded this year and get it out 2023. If we're lucky, it will come out in January 23. But I'm not holding my breath, and I don't think you should hold yours like this time next year, if we're lucky. Record it in 2019 when you were pregnant. Yeah, maybe we did. Did we record it in 2019? And it came out in when did it come out then? 20. Was that can't be that quick. Yeah, oh yeah, so since recording it took a year to get it sorted. Yeah, but that was without vinyl delays. But yeah, how many layers of guitars will be on the new record? Any bets? Yeah, gosh. That's, yeah. Probably the same as Pentecost. I haven't finished writing it yet. So. Wow, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, so. On the wall. I don't know why that song came into my head. Yes, I'm finishing the live stream soon, Faye. I'm going in 5 minutes because my wife wants me to come home. I do have to pack up though. I've left the place in a bit of a mess, so I'll be finishing in 5 minutes, and then I'll be tidying up. But everyone's seen the new guitar. Well, hey, there you go. But yeah, if you weren't here before, the update basically is I'm going to be doing live streams every other Friday morning. Because we are starting rehearsals for the new album to get it ready to record this year. So, yeah, that's about it for news. And I'm trying to, amongst having a family, running 2 businesses, and having an employed job 3 days a week as well, and trying to sort everything out and do live streams and finish an album and 2 side projects. I'm also trying to do YouTube content. So I'm trying my best. There's only so many hours in the day. But it's all going all right. I can do it. I'm just, cracking on with everything each day. I'm very to-do list focused. I say that. I look at my to-do list now. And it's a little bit out of hand. It's like a bit overwhelming. But I've got a few gaps in the week, luckily, where I can kind of crack on with some of these things. But yeah, I mean, I've potentially either put to bed or finished off one of the side projects last weekend. And I might just revisit it after, because all I can really focus on is just one album at a time. So I'm just focused on the new Wytch Hazel album, really. Finishing it off, getting it studio ready, getting into the studio, and then doing a few gigs. We've got a few gigs unconfirmed. One as early as March, but I can't confirm it because it hasn't been negotiated. So I'll be chasing that up tomorrow. That's part of my to-do list. I'm also trying to work on what I want to do is trying to get a proper Wytch Hazel website, like a wytchhazel.com that's our own. And I want to get some more merch sorted, but it's I just have to see how that's going to work with the label and stuff. They'll sell the records, but I do have a certain amount of freedom. It's quite a good deal in that they're not like, our label's not tying us down to you have to do this in this way. We have a bit of freedom to do side projects and bits of merch that's our own. So, it's kind of like having a record deal, but also having a decent level of independence and freedom. So we're quite good, really. So I'm want to capitalize on that, maybe. And as you all know, I'm trying to work on having a bit of an income. I don't think the chat's come up in a while, has it? I think it's because I crossed it off. But on that subject of me trying to make an income out of music, which is quite tricky, there is a fan club. And if you want to support me, if you want things, who wants things to go twice as fast? Who wants an album twice as fast, merch twice as fast? If you want that, be like the fan club members and join the fan club. There you go. That's my spiel for this week. There is a fan club. Or if you're not if you're like, oh, I can't really commit to that, you don't have to give anything. There is a little price of a coffee. Send one of them. Every little helps. And that is it. But yeah, I'm going to start packing down now. Otherwise, I'm just going to start rabbiting on. Is that the phrase? Rabbiting on, I think it is. I sometimes say little phrases and I'm like, is that even a phrase? I don't know. But there you go. Rabbiting on. So yeah, here's a new guitar. Those are the updates. I don't have any other updates. But I'll see you in 2 weeks. If not, on the Facebook group, which is a nice place to chat, bit of a community thing, or fan club members in the little special fan club room. I'll be about tomorrow at lunchtime, probably. Or wherever else on the internet you like to frequent, like if you're on YouTube, let's chat on YouTube. If you're on whatever, let's chat on whatever. So yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks on Friday. 2 weeks on Friday. And I'll see you in those aforementioned places. And look out for some new YouTube content. Make sure you subscribe. Got to subscribe, folks. And thank you to all subscribers, because we're now 1,500 strong on the subscribers on YouTube. Here's an idea. Put your guitar away first before you start tidying, or else you know what'll happen. I'll write a song. Let's put it away now. I'm going to do what my wife tells me, because I'm a good husband. Just do it now. Put it away. It'll be 11 o'clock and I'll still be here. It squishes in the case. I first thought it had the wrong size, but it kind of squidges in like that. It's quite satisfying. Like that. Just like goes into the case. Anyway, so. Anyway, yeah, good night. It was a good catch up. We'll have another one a week on Friday. I mean, if I do something spontaneous, I might do an Instagram live or Facebook live. I don't know. I don't know if I've got the time. Probably no. Have I got the time? But probably not. But one day we'll get there. So, thanks very much for coming. Thanks very much for the ongoing support. Thanks for all these subscribers. If you haven't done that, make sure you do that and click the notification bell so that you get the live stream alert. So you need to turn on notifications. So you do that. So thanks a lot. And, make sure you do lots of liking and commenting and sharing. That all helps things move forwards. And if you want to buy things, I'm going to put up, that was on my to-do list last week. I'm going to put the cassettes, Pentecost cassettes, available on wytchhazel.com this week. And thank you very much. Thanks for coming. I will see you soon. Cheers, folks.